What's up, everybody? Rothstein here, Betting Public Sports Show. I'm your beloved host, Fame Rothstein, aka Bay O Wolf. Today is Saturday, May 23rd, 2026. Please like, subscribe to the video, leave comments, share the content. All right, I gave you some sports betting action on another video from today. You can find that on the timeline, on my timeline on the channel. But today I want to talk about this Floyd Mayweather story is disgusting. It's disgusting. Like, now granted, we can, well, first of all, boxer Floyd Mayweather, arguably one of the greatest ever. He's 50 or 51-0 for his life, for his career. Made somewhere around $1 billion or more, maybe 1.1 billion through his lifetime earnings in boxing. Because he didn't have many any significant endorsements. He might have been on the boxing game like once or twice and didn't like how he was rated and didn't put himself back on there. Wasn't like Mike Tyson getting Pepsi and Sugar Ray getting 7-Up. Nothing like that. Floyd money was all boxing from being in the ring. And the story just came out how this brother done lost $175 million in, what do you call that? In jury. $175 million in jury. An old associate, allegedly, made him lose one of his planes. Lost one of Floyd's planes has disappeared. Doesn't know where it is. Like I said, 175 million, and he's got one of his strippers pregnant. One of his strippers. I don't mean to laugh at that, but that's like, how you moving, bruh? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Getting one of your strippers pregnant. This other stuff, that's kind of messed up too, because, allegedly, the jury, $100 million was in jury was taken to various Miami jewelers, and $100 million in jewelry, and it was kind of pawned or whatever to Miami jewelers and they only got back like $13 million from the alleged friend who stole it, or close associate or whatever who stole it and pawned it, and he only got like $13 million back on $100 million worth of jewelry. Who the fuck needs $100 million worth of jewelry? You know what I'm saying? You just heard the young boys rapping about that. You know what I'm saying? What the boys say? First young dude that cares, full. Spent about 5 in jury. Not 100 million. Come on, man. $100 million in jewelry. Who does that? Now, we can sit here and blame Floyd. Yeah, that's obviously, Floyd's a grown man. Now, but I blame Ellerby. I'm blaming Leonard Ellerby. The bald head dude used to always be at the Floyd conferences, fight conferences and all that shit. They ended up splitting, but it was after Floyd was done fighting and whatnot. So they ended up splitting, and like I said, Ellerby, was always, dressed to the nines, suits, and he's just like a clean business guy. That's what he was, his business manager. You know what you're dealing with when you're dealing with Floyd Leonard. He wasn't the sharpest knife in the drawer. Total kinesthetic learner. I mean, the dude was like 5'7", 5'8", he could dunk. You ever seen that video of him dunking at like in between quarters at the Clippers game during the Lob City era? Like he like drop step I mean, he might have dribbled a little bit, but yeah. Power jumped and dunked it with, what, 2 hands? So, Floyd, like I said, totally a kinesthetic learner. And I'm saying, Ellerby, everybody looked at you as his man and the straight man in the conversation, in the whole conglomerate. You ain't put 50, 100 million away for a rainy day for Floyd? Or were you the one juicing him? Because they didn't identify the person, but you were supposed to put a nice chunk of money away for him so that he don't have these problems. How the hell he ain't got $1 million in back support? I mean, he should have that. He should have it. But, don't know. $7 million IRS tax lien? How the fuck Floyd ain't got $7 million sitting around? All the money he done made. But yeah, he's going out. You let him get accustomed to excess. Going to Dubai, $10,000 a night hotels for himself, $2,000 a night hotels for, his security and all his workers and his entourage. Then you got to feed them. They ain't over there eating McDonald's. They ain't over there eating Steak and Shake, Skyline, Chili. No, they over there eating escargot and all that old shit. Probably, $500 a plate, with the Wagyu steak, probably $1,000. And you got to, and Floyd chilling out there for weeks and months at a time. So that story about when he got stuck in Dubai, didn't nobody steal his jury. This motherfucker busted. He fucked that over and couldn't get out. Like what's wrong with our, like, that's kind of just painful to watch a dude blow a bill. Because all the celebrities that were linking with him, they probably were falling out with him because they were telling him, like, dude, you ain't living right. Not that you're doing anything foul, but you're just not, you're just spending. Put some of this shit away. Put some of that away. 50 Cent. Everybody he came in touch with. And they all said the same, they cracked about his intelligence, his cognitives and whatnot. But, no, man, like, damn, somebody was supposed to, like I said, 50 Cent fell out with him. Jay-Z apparently fell out with him because he was like, at the early, when he was Money May, when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, Jay was at the game, at the fights with him all the time, and then rocking with him. Like I said, but you ask me, this is all on Ellerby. I don't want to hear nothing about, we know what Floyd is. Ellerby, this you were supposed to step in. Like, Floyd shouldn't be, this shouldn't even make it to the light of day. Like these stories, like, okay, Floyd, he owes $7 million for a tax lien. He should have that in his motherfucking futon cushions. $7 million. He made $1 billion, and he's been living in Las Vegas. Vegas has no state tax, so you figure he brought home of that. Half of it, no less than half, probably 60% of it, $600 million. Mom, Dad, Uncle Roger, the family, everybody taken care of. Now I got, I'm spending on myself after you're gonna trick a little bit, young athlete, he gonna trick, things like that. Plus he had a divorce. Oh man, it's really hard. It's really just hard to watch. It's really hard to hear about, because it's like, bro, somebody could have saved you. Somebody was supposed to save you. If those people loved you around, like all you motherfuckers who was juicing him, he's taking you around the world and doing all this and that. You're living a lifestyle that you can't get on your own. Make sure instead of trying to take from him, make sure he's okay. Now they'll all try to say, like, well, we tried to tell him he wouldn't listen, blah blah blah, and if you didn't. And if you went against him, you were out of the circle. So be it. I can't watch a guy go down like that. Kick me out of the circle. I'll leave the circle. I can't be down there. Now, I'm hoping that's what happened with Ellerby. But I still think you should have like put some secret account somewhere with plenty of millions in it, so that when, you know, for a rainy day for Floyd, and that rainy day is here for Floyd, because it ain't just a rainy day, it's a motherfucking torrential downpour. You understand me? But what do you think? You know, is Floyd responsible for himself? Should his handlers should have been more vigilant on what he was doing? Do you give any blame to Ellerby at all? Leonard Ellerby? The answer to these questions and more will be on the next episode of Soap. Make sure you like and subscribe to the show. Leave comments. Share the content, and I'll holler at you. Peace. Don't forget, sports betting video already up to date.